Welcome to this Managing Leading Insights video. This is number 8 of 21 from the Dear Manager Leader series. My name is Steve Hobbs, or Dr. Wealth from the Wealth Learning Network. The theme of this video is help us move forward by eliminating workflow redundancy, because in doing so, we advance excellence. Let's just be clear. Help us, that is, help your staff move forward by eliminating workflow redundancy, because in doing so, we, the staff, and you advance excellence. Suggestion here, as you listen to the request that's been framed by your staff for you, pause the video after hearing the statement. You'll see a pause button pop up. And then jot down at least one action you will take to fulfill this request from your staff before listening to ideas we share with you. This is number 8 of 21. Again, you may want to come back and visit 1 through 7 and 9 through 21 at your convenience. Here's the statement. Dear Manager Leader, it's important you allow us to do what's necessary to move us forward, because redundancy stinks. In real time, in real situations, sometime during every day, your staff encounter redundancies that slow their workflow. Now, while redundancies explain fail-safe mechanisms in some machines, which are helpful, and let's go with a backup generator, redundancy systems within a spacecraft, there are times when redundancy systems are most important. However, it's not helpful for staff to encounter redundancies in their work, because there are costs involved with redundancy. Redundancy is part of layoffs and downsizing, and depending on your perspective as a manager leader, it can be a viable operational requirement. There are times when you have to move staff out, maybe into a different unit. There are times when you have to let staff go because there's been a change in the operational parameters of the business. Yet we have to balance it off with, from a staff person's perspective, it's upsetting because of the distress and career management that's required. However, that's part of being an employee in a business, is the possibility of redundancy. Now, having said that, here's a couple of other examples that pertain to staff and their workflow on a given day. There's this sense of wordiness that has a redundancy associated with it. Let's say you're explaining a new skill and you keep repeating steps in different words. And what that actually does is slows down a person taking action, and often confuses a person, because which set of words are they supposed to work with? Because sometimes a word can vary what the step is about. So you have to be very attentive to the words that you're using and only explain it once. So keep it simple, simple, simple. And here's a really important point. And wait through the silence between giving the instruction and the person taking action. Because if the person doesn't understand what the instruction is, they'll ask you. If they know what the instruction means, they'll start actually taking the action, to which you can either say yes or no and give the necessary feedback or feed forward at that point in time. Another place in which redundancy pops up is in meetings. Going over and over what has been debated, discussed, dialogued is a classic redundancy. So it's important that you run a great meeting. That is the answer. Running a great meeting is the answer. And it's just very simply putting an agenda together, getting it out, making sure that people know what they're going to be informed about and what inquiries are going to be made and what celebrations are going to happen in the meeting. And a lot of times meetings can be done really quickly. Have you ever thought about having a meeting where you'll all stand and take care of the agenda? People will get through the agenda quickly and move on to go back to their places of work. Redundancy means ineffectiveness, indecision, complacency, doubt, blame, excuses, denial, contempt, helplessness, mediocrity. Well, these are words that just tear down the workflow when redundancy becomes an issue. Most important, it actually weakens the know, like, and trust relationships that you as a manager leader are establishing with your staff. Therefore, realize the more you engage your staff to help you manage and lead, the more they will identify ways to eliminate redundancy for the betterment of everybody. If you'd like to book a virtual coffee meeting to chat about this video and its content or any of the other videos, then just book a virtual coffee meeting. We'll connect for 15 minutes or more and explore your managing leading requirements and requests. The website address is below. And also, the coordinates to get a hold of us, here's our website and blog. If you'd like to contact through Twitter, Facebook, and also at any time use our email address to make a connection. Take care.